Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We unpacked the closet of the holiday stuff, so if you missed that, you might want to go back and see what I'm dealing with here. And then I started looking around at the fall stuff that I had, and of course the boxes aren't labeled right because it's an iris case that's mostly Christmas and an iris case that's overflowing that's autumn. And when I made the basic gray journals, I completely forgot that I had fabric covers. I mean, it's like, you know, out of sight, out of mind, and I just go on to the next fun thing. So I could have used one of these on my basic gray. Especially this one. This one probably would have worked. But now they both have covers and they're ready. So we have 3 fall covers that have no pages. Well, they have 2 right here. And then we have these. And we're going to have color issues. And that's okay. Anytime you bring in basic gray, you're going to have some color trickiness. So we'll just work through that and we'll say, okay, this one obviously is a little bit different palette, but I know there are fall collections that have a touch of blue-gray. So maybe I have some scraps from one. Probably not, because I probably would have used every bit of it, huh? And then maybe we can find some stuff, like this one has a touch of green, so that might pull it in, or this one, or this one. So we can find ways to pull in other colors into these and use some of our fun embellishments. Yeah, and I don't know where that one was going. And ooh, these are tiny, so we're gonna leave these in here. I have this punch and I sat during Smash Our Stash or after and punched all those. I don't know if you ever saw them. And then here's the clock, because we were talking about embellishments and fall, and anyway, that's where that went. Let's see what we have that might go with those. Also, I'm heating up soup, so at some point there has to be a soup intermission. Okay, this is the stuff from the pizza box that Andrea gave me. It's a little more consolidated. I didn't know what was in there. It's the sticker sheet and then like all the embellishments and the 6x6. Unless we were going to go through and pick out embellishments or ephemera, we're probably not going to use this today. Here's some more signatures. Let's pull those out. Oh, that was from the sticker week. Let's pull those out for the next one, because you know we're going to end up making more. It's not just going to be 2. I thought about starting another travel journal today, but I caught myself. But let's see. Oh, this should be good. Okay, this is Simple Stories, and it has some blue. It's not at all the same blue, if I can get that. It's more tealy, but at least it has some chocolate brown and some, you know, we could use it here. It would work. We can make it happen. Another one, Simple Stories, with bits of bluish teal. Oh, look at that. That blue-gray. We've got a lot of options here. We do have a lot of decorative items. And then it looks like I chopped this all up. So we could use some of these. Let's set those down there. I think there's a lot of stuff in here that we could use. And then, oh, I brought these over from Noni's because I want to use these. Everyone must take time to sit and watch the leaves turn. These are fun. We could use the super thick glue to put these on with. Oh, they have a foamy thing on the back. I take those off usually because they just make them taller. Okay, here's a bag of scraps where we might be able to find paper from other collections and then work it into these journals so it won't feel like we took a paper collection and slapped on a bunch of stuff that didn't match. Makes sense? I think this might be the same collection that Andrea gave me. Hello, Autumn, Fall Break. They're both Cartabella, so they have similar colors in them. Okay, do you think I've made enough of a mess yet? What is this? We could use some of this too. I don't think the answer is to get more stuff out. I think the answer is to stop and start decorating the journals, because it's getting worse. I think this one is probably easier because there is quite a bit of green in fall stuff. mean, like, here's the apple cider pad. I'm going to use this for Smash That Small pad, and it has green in it. So green's not that uncommon. It's the blue-gray that's going to be a little trickier. But we can use lots of stamped images and ink. You know, I pretty much only use brown or black or blue anyway. And we'll just dress it up. The other thing I was wondering was, didn't we make some gratitude or grateful or something when we were doing scraps? Oh, maybe I didn't put them in the box. Maybe I put them in, maybe they're already in here or something, because I figured I would use them in fall stuff. I don't know where they are. We might just have to make more. I think I have a die that says blessings. So I'll look around and see what we already have made. That's the secret. I mean, I have so much stuff around here. If you don't, then sure, make some stuff. But I should use some stuff first. There might be plenty of stuff in here too that isn't necessarily fall. Oh, this is where they are. But we would use them. Okay, grateful, grateful, grateful. I kind of like this one for this. Is it hard to read? It might be, but the colors are great. Joy. Okay, I'll keep this out too. I was also thinking these might be kind of ugly. I used the cheddar color from Dina Wakley, but I thought these might be good for fall journals just because of the colors. See, this one's cheddar and white. They weren't spraying. I was just dumping them on there. Yeah, I think this one is so good with these colors that we have to use it. And it's probably there. It's fine to read. The gold gets a little crazy with the bright lights in here. That is fun. I don't know if it goes right there. I think it might go here so it can pull this across. And it could be a little pockety thing. Oh, I haven't sewed this together yet. Before we start decorating, I skipped a step. I want to look around for scraps to put in the middle in case we want to bulk it up, or envelopes, or let's see if this is an example. This would be, but it's not thick and it's not decorated. But the reason I didn't sew these together, and I didn't do a good job saying so in the video, is I was thinking about, things that I would still want to add before I sewed it together. You can do a lot after you sew it together, but some things just need to be done before. I like that. Maybe not there. It's a little banged up, so I might want to trim it and then ink the edges. That one is too busy. Ooh, this one's good. Right here. Time. Because we talked about fall and time and all that. So this is why I didn't sew it together, because I wanted to look around, and by sort of chunking it up, it'll make it easier to put stuff into it. It won't feel so matchy, and then it won't be weird when we bring stuff in. And if we put like craft envelopes or something like that, it kind of helps us tie out later. Okay, here's a bag. And I don't always have a plan for, what's going to go in the bag or how am I going to decorate it or any of that. No, I don't have that. I can figure it out later. I just put it in and sew it in. Now, does this one have brown? I mean, it does. It should. It's fall. Here we go. Let's put it right here. They were a little on the thin side because I didn't have a ton of paper. And they were a little matchy. Oh, got heavy because I grabbed two. Hang on. There. Okay. So I'll turn off the camera. I'll dig around, maybe find one more weird thing for each one. And then we might actually want to sew them together. If I decorate too much and then start trying to sew together, it just gets heavy and clunky, and your stuff, you're touching it more than once. If you get it sewed together, you can just start slapping stuff in there. In between checking on the soup, I found a scrap and added it into this one that I kind of like. It's a little bit formal for this, but that's okay. We'll cover it up. I didn't add anything else to this one, but I did start another one. So I picked a cover, and I took all the pages that I was finding that I had started in various collabs, which is pretty good. I was using up stickers, I was using up scraps, and then I took I have this bag of scraps that I opened up, and I was going through the long, large ones, right? Because I'm looking for things to fold in journals. I thought this one would be fun. And then I found another one that is cutesy and I thought would be fun in here too. And I just cut them, I don't know, less than 11 inches on that one. And the other one's probably about 11, and folded them in half because they're not big enough to be their own journal page, but they're too big to just waste as a little pocket or scrap. Now this one, journal cover should probably go this way because it's kind of ugly that way. There we go. I just wanted you to see, this is how I do it. This is why it's kind of hard for me to make process videos, because when I started, I was thinking we were doing 2. Now we're already doing 3. If you've been around a while, you know where this train is headed. I think what I'm going to do, ooh, this looks promising. A lot of fun stuff in here, is put together a tray of stuff we're going to use. Like we have some bits and bobs here and some different things, and start figuring out what color schemes could go with which. We have one that's pretty traditional, one that's very green and yellow, and then this one. And we'll start sorting them into embellishments and ephemera for each. Is kind of how I'm envisioning it, right? Like this is the green one, this is the tray for this, and the other one I threw in a pizza box. I mean, it's clean, it's a paper box, right? These we can use for, I could use them for cards, or we could use them for pockets as we move along. But the colors, this one's just neutral, are pretty interesting. Oh, you know, I might stick that one in there too. This one we could probably work into here. The brown could go anywhere. We could use one of these with the green and everything in it to pull it into here, but I just feel like it's a lot. I don't know. I might do it though. That's the way to get orange into this one. A lot of really cute papers, probably leftovers from 6x6s. The pattern looks small, I don't know. So it's just years of fall crafts and having some scraps left. Cute little owls, but there's not much in here that's big. I think the last of the big items are these. And this isn't great quality paper. It was out of a pad and I just needed some. Oh, there's more in the bag. I know, you're surprised. This one looks big. Ooh, this one might be promising too. So we could put this one and this one in here and pull in the orange. And before I fold it, I'm going to cut the end. That's a better way so you're not wasting the paper. Or just fold it and go, I'm not going to use that much. Because you're not going to use all 12 inches unless you have a fold over. And I think this journal is starting to get thick, so I don't think I will. And it doesn't matter if they line up. I'm not going to put them on the same page. If that makes sense. You know, it's going in a journal. They're not going to be together necessarily. If I make a pocket, I make it larger. Like the middle of the other journal, that's probably going to be a pocket. But this is just going to be a flap. You'll see. If you are new to making journals, probably don't make 3 at once. That's not good common sense. I also have a beginner series, but this is just how I craft, and it's fun. Ooh, see, I think we can put this stripe right here. Sort of brighten up that page too. It's kind of a dark page. And then when you have these multicolor papers, this page was boring. That's why I put that one in there. We might put that one there. When you have these multicolors, that's a really good way to bring in extra color. Well, let's put it here because it has that green from the facing page. Now we have a touch of orange, thus it will make sense when we put orange embellishments in there. We didn't have to. We could have stayed yellow and green, but I just didn't feel like it was going to be as fun. Now, Andrea would probably disagree with me on that. Okay, I think that's it for now. I'm going to eat my soup, and then we'll see where the evening takes us. Okay, I was digging in the bin some more, And these are loose sheets. Either I picked them up or somebody gave them to me. I think they came into my life. So these would be great for pages in the third journal and likely fourth. These are nice ones. This is Cosmo Cricket and this is Photo Play. Some of these are a little thinner, but I think would still work for a pocket page. And I do like to have pockets in journals. You just never know. And I'm lazy. I like to shove stuff in there. So what I'm going to do is cut these down for pockets. I'll take about 1 inch off the side, so they're only about 11 wide, and then just cut this off and fold it up. And remember, I already have covers. If I didn't have covers going, then I would stop and say, wait, do I want to use this for a cover? Okay. I ate some dinner. I charged my phone, looked around a little bit. I think I'm going to make this a cover because I like this wood grain paper a lot. I'm not going to use this back. It's a little big. I don't know. I mean, I think I might use that one. I might use that one. I was trying to figure out how to use every piece of paper. Instead of making a cover, because we have plenty of covers, we'll cut these and we'll make them pockets. But they're 6 inches wide the way they are. And the most I can really handle is 5.5. So we want to cut them as narrow as possible. And my 12-inch cutter's off to the side here. Okay. I think if they're like this, I'll use them. And if we have 3, who knows, there might be 4 at the rate we're going, journals going, they'll get used. And part of me says, well, we should save the paper and da-da-da-da. And part of me knows that every year I get a little better as a crafter. But I also know I love to buy fall paper. I have some really nice collections in my box already. And I would be super proud of myself if it fit in one bin. Now, these are less than 5 inches wide. That might even be a little skimpy because by the time you glue. So on these, I'll keep these a little wider. Let's see. Okay, that one is almost 6 right now. It's too big. I just picked a part where I wouldn't care that it was cut off. Did you see my very scientific thumb measuring? It was about a thumb width. Okay, now I might ink these. I might corner round them. Who knows? But we got them to the point where they're pockets. These are, oh, is that glued on? Yeah, okay. Pockets, pockets, scraps. These would make great pockets or journal cards. I don't know what my plan was. So we have these. Let's make ourselves a little fall divider. This one has travel vintagey kind of leftover stuff. Let's pull all this out. Now, I'm not saying this divider works great, but it works better than piling stuff on my counter, right? I'm going to leave these because they're kind of a cool brownish. We might want those for journaling cards or something. And if you're going to use a divider like this, you do have to be careful because that stuff will swoop right out the sides in a heartbeat. That is cute for a fall journal. So let's put all that stuff in there and let's get ourselves just a little tiny something. I'm thinking there's going to be embellishment and cluster making. And I don't know if it's going to be on video or not. If I leave these in the package, I don't usually use them, but maybe if we just put this all together right there. Okay, this is all stuff that came out of the bin and I didn't really notice before, so we'll put that right there. And then here we've got adorable little scraps. Those were from smashing a pad or something. And this was from chopping up a paper that I knew I wouldn't use the way it was. I didn't love the back. And the more journals I make, the less I like 12 by 12 paper with stuff on the back that's ephemera. Like this, I love this pie paper. I would have liked to put it in a journal. I don't love this as far as a backing for it. So maybe I'll save it for a card or something. Okay, then we've got some cute stickers. Let's put those in there. I think we should sew these together. Now, that is not a really exciting part to watch. I imagine you've seen me do that before. And I have a ton of embroidery floss. I'm not sure why that's in there. And I do have quite a bit of wax linen thread too. So let's see what I have. I think I could use brown on all these, and I don't love the chocolate brown. So I think I'll get out the supplies, but I don't think I'll do the whole thing because you can watch me in many other videos and that part's boring. Okay, so we'll use this chocolate brown. If I run out and buy more, I'd like to just buy the cream probably. I use that one the most probably. Or the black. I like the black too. There's really only one needle in here that this works with. And I'm not planning on having big long strings or anything, so I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 for my length. And I thread the needle because otherwise I'm going to lose the needle. So it's not that I'm going to do it right now. It's also really nice if you actually have your needle threaded when you go to do everything. I'm going to clear a spot and I'm going to sew 1, 2. I don't know that I'm ready to sew this one. Let's see if we think we're ready. We might need to find some more scraps. I've just been grabbing things from around. Yeah, it's not too bad. So what I'll do is I'll count out the pages a little bit. Since they're gratitude journals, I want to have 30 spots for somebody to write. So if they want to do daily journaling, they can, and do a November daily, they can. This looks weird. I think it's just because I don't know how to set my tension right. That is a lot of spaces in a journal sometimes, but you could do 3 pockets on a page. You could do a pocket and a pocket. You could do a big tuck with 2 things. So it doesn't have to be 30 pages. But I do like to just keep that in mind. Okay, I have to clear the mess so I can sew. This one is sewed together. I remembered this one was taller than the pages I put in it, so I could have staggered them, but I don't know. It's kind of a clean cover, so I decided not to. I'll just leave it the way it is. Maybe I'll have ribbons or something stick out. And I did trim this down a little bit because I didn't want it sticking out. Stitch together. This one, you know, is a pocket in the center, like this one, but this one, the string will be hidden in that pocket. So just different styles, however you want them. This isn't usually how I do them, but you know, I don't know that I have a norm actually. So now we have 3 sewed together. I need to spend some time, you know, gluing the pockets and here gluing. And I didn't punch the little circles. Maybe I'll do that before I glue them. It is easier if you just do it before you sew them, but whatever. And again, there's no rules about it. Is it perfectly in the middle? Probably not. Did the world end? Nope. It does help make sure that, you know, somebody who's a little less experienced with handmade journals or that kind of thing knows that it's a pocket, and it's just cute. I think there should be one more. One. There we go. You can do it after you sew them too, or after you glue the sides, but you have to do it this way and you can't see nearly as well. Mine usually end up the best if I do them before I sew the journal together, which I think I did on these, yeah. Okay, so now we have these 3 ready to do boring stuff. I promise it's not exciting. I mean, you've seen me do it, but I'm gonna run a bead of glue down there, and then I'm probably gonna stick a plastic bag right here, and then I'm gonna smush it flat about 10 times. These little things that I cut off, I don't throw these away either. I throw them in my scrap bin or whatever. Sometimes they're just exactly what you need for a little cluster, and they match your papers. Then I'm going to start working on putting stuff in the pockets and decorating. Since we have these cute fall cards, I'm going to put them in the journals. I think they're going to be adorable. I haven't decided. This one doesn't feel like rounded to me. It feels pretty geometric. Maybe on this one I might round. Sometimes I round these just to add a little more interest to these little floppy pages in the middle. but I'm not going to round every page in the book. And part of it is because this is my tea or coffee dyed paper, and I don't want to take off that grungy edge. I want to leave it. I'm going to take my glue bottle. This is art glitter glue if you're new here. Clearly I should invest in a new bottle. And a tray to sit on, put my feet up, and watch some TV with Zeusy. And I think the kittens are in there asleep in the front room. They are adorable. Let me show you. Okay, there's Zeusy. He's hanging out with me. Wait. Zeus also wants to know what time it is, and it's only 4:51. Hi, pumpkins. How you doing? Did you wake up? Yeah. Oh, they say, oh, we get tired crafting. Crafts are tiring. Yeah. Look at how little Zelda is. Her little tiny head. Yes. She's just so cute. I gotta get her some wet food and make sure she eats it. Hey, please don't put your foot on your... Okay, put your foot on your sister's head. There you go. Okay, they are just cuties, aren't they? So that's it. They've had a busy day running around, and I think they're going back to sleep. Oh, look, helpers. Yeah, it's not safe here. It's not kitty-proof. Where are you guys going? What's happening? How about if I put you down on the ground, Miss Zelda? This is no place for tiny kitties. I worked on these journals last night. I went through stickers and different paper, but
the mic's on. To turn it back on,
Zelda is touching the Google box. So she's over there doing her own thing. Anyway, I went through, and what I felt like was these are great journals, but for gratitude journals, I really like to be sure there are lots of fun little places to write. So I think I put more paper and stuff in them than others, maybe, if that makes sense. Because if you're gonna do 30 days of writing, you need a lot of space. So what I'm doing, and I'm sure it's terrifying for some of you, I guess we could sort this as we go if we had another bin. Hey, the tiniest cat gnaws on things, like damages them. Everything I make for like the next 2 years is gonna have to have the corners lopped off, not just rounded, chopped off, because she gnaws on everything. Now, I already used one of these in this one. This one's a little dark. The other one was just text. I like this one better. So we might put this in the other one. I have one of these already in, but we might use one of those. So anything that's blue or red, white, and blue, I think we're gonna rule out for today. Oh, this one's neat. It's animals, and yeah, let's set this aside. It might make a fun pocket. Cute little bag. All the little bags and stuff we could put a piece of paper in and then put it in a pocket. I mean, it doesn't necessarily make more writing spaces, but it makes it cozy. Oh, this is some sort of packaging. I like these. And makes it, okay, there's a lot going on here. Here, Missy, come here. Say hi. Yeah, I want to play. 2 kittens in a craft room, it's a lot. And it's early in the morning, so I don't want to lock them out because then they'll just torture Mr. Crafting and Relaxing and Zeus, who are trying to peacefully sleep in. These are from Honeybee, these cute bags. Oh, that's a cute one. These red ones I should be throwing in Christmas. But there's probably some already in there. These are probably the ones I left out during the year thinking I would use them. Here's something different. Oh, these were purchased ephemera. Bookshop. I thought that would be a fun one for my sister. She loves books. I'm probably not going to use these as they are. This green one, it's a real bluish green. I don't think any of these meet my needs for right now. They are cute though. Oops, let's not put them on the stuff that does. Pretty much anything that's vintage or cream would work great. Oh, here's a million of those. I don't know if there's an actual package anymore. This one is more earthy colored than that other one, so let's leave those out. Oh, these would be fun. I should stamp on some of these. These would make a nice little tuck. So let's put these over here. I think, you know, when Wilson was with me, there was a lot of noise in my videos, and then Zeus is a quieter little guy, and now I think it's always going to sound like there's a herd of elephants in the background for a while. These two, we should stamp on those. I had a bunch of tiny things like this, and I put them in a pocket, and then when I had a clear space on the counter, I stamped on them. And I think they'll get used more because of that. Those are neutral, and they're small. Great for, you know, I want to write every day, but I don't want to write a lot. This is cute, but we're not that junky. We're sort of themish. Ooh, that's cute. I save a lot of stuff, so you may see like an envelope that you sent me or something like that. Here's some bigger bags. We might want to use one of those. Based on Nancy's theory about, you know, having a cleanup journal, I should probably make a lot. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you guys could actually see. I might have been off camera. Ooh, we'll use some of these. What's in here? Journal sentiments. I have so many things labeled that. I find that concerning. I think that happens when I tidy up sometimes. Whichever container I can find, that's the container for the day. Oh, some of these would be fun. Some of these book pages, but I should make some that aren't blue. I don't think I have any that are edged in like a brown sitting here. Those are a Bonnie and Clyde, Bonnie's idea. It is just a book page. You could sit and make a million of them like she does. Oh no. Yep. Vertical blinds, I tell you. Kittens and vertical blinds. Ooh, this is a cute one. Okay, stay on task. I know, this happens to you guys too. Okay, more envelopes, some that I put some stuff on. This orange one might work. I mean, if ever we were going to use an orange one, it might be now. Okay, then what have we got here? We've got some really big book page things. Oh, that might be kind of good for gratitude and fall. Let's use it. I don't know about butterflies, but who cares? It's a clock. It's in. Here's another one that's a clock. Okay, we might be able to use two of those. I don't think we're going to use the big one. That's another one of Bonnie's ideas. If you are a trash to treasure or a recycler, you gotta watch Bonnie. And sometimes she's hard to link to find because everything comes up Bonnie and Clyde. So if you're new here and you haven't heard me talk about her, ooh, here's one of those blue ones I stitched on. Still blue though. Then I'll help you find her. Ooh. Okay, this is another thing, but again, I don't want to bring in the blues. I know, who am I? I'll put them right here. Okay, now if we look at the other side, I think we've been here and touched most of this stuff. We should probably make a blue journal. I've been grabbing Tanisha's journal that she made for me. Ooh, here's some tinies. Let's use those off the counter and putting things like when I find something and I'm like, I want that for myself. I just put it in the journal that Tanisha made me. Someday when it's, you know, full or looking pretty good, I'll show it to you guys. It is looking good, but ooh, those are fun, but not for this. Okay, well, you've seen my super organized. This is called Pockets or Pockets and Tucks. And there's another one. Yep, Pockets, Tucks, Envelopes. And there's another one called Journal Cards. And the idea is this I wouldn't write on the back of, so I would use it for a pocket. Ooh, it is pretty green, isn't it? Green and brown. We might set that out. Let's see if we can use that one maybe. Okay, this one is called, I don't know, tags. Tags, cards, things you can write on. This might work. Earthy. Yes, we probably have too much stuff out. Yes, I should probably stop. Also, I need to be sitting because my back is bothering me. But let's just take a peek. Oh, these will be great for this because we want, not stark white, but we want a lot of little things. When I do a daily, a December daily, a July daily, and anything daily, I like to have small things. Now, I write pretty big and I'm messy, but I do like to just not have the pressure of like a whole page in a journal. And if the spot is too small and I have multiple things on a page, I mix them up. I'll show you that. Like, you don't necessarily have to go 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. You could go 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, or 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, depending on the size of the things. I've done that before. I mean, some days you just don't have a lot to write about. Like, it's Thursday. I went to work and ate dinner. I mean, yes, I feel grateful and I'm going to write about something for gratitude, but there's not like a big, long story there. But if it's a Saturday and you spent the day talking to an old friend for an hour or something like that, you probably have a lot more that you're going to write about for gratitude, because you should be pretty grateful for that friend, right? Ooh, it's just too bright. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is getting crazy. They just ran up the pub chair and onto the die cutting station. They are just on fire. They'll be awake for a couple hours. Ooh, I like these. The colors aren't right, but then they'll pass out again. She did it! You can't do that, Missy. No. She was climbing and the ovals fell. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Crazy little girl. Yeah. You can't climb the dies. It doesn't work. It's not a jungle gym. Everything is a jungle gym to them. Like my drafting chair, the chair I sit in when I craft, it has a base around it. I don't even know. Maybe that didn't go there. Maybe it went on this one. Yeah, it went on that one. That has metal hoops, and it's a jungle gym to them. Okay, well, I'm not saying we didn't lose any dies in the crack. That is tricky. And this is how they are. They just, yeah, I don't know what we're doing now, but I feel like it's not going to go well. Eliza outweighs Zelda about 2 to 1, but I think Zelda is going to be big. There must be a bug in here, or she's just got crazy kitten zoomies. Okay, we're going to go back to crafting. Will it be safe? You want to say hi, Meow Mouse? No, very busy. Very busy. I mean, in Eliza's defense, she chases her own tail and bites it, so why wouldn't she do it to Zelda? What's up, Missy? Yep. It's a busy day here. All right, back to crafting. But this is why it's so noisy in my videos now. Okay. And it's really not safe to leave stuff out here. So I need to be quicker and put stuff back together, move on. I was looking to see if we could find like any journaling cards that were kind of neutral, just to mix it up a little so every page isn't the same. Tan paper and tan tags. I can stamp on some of those other ones though. This is more color than I want. This thing's really thick. It's cool, but it's really thick. So I think I'll save it. In a daily journal, you can end up with too much bulk. There's another bin over there where both of them got too full, I think, and I just put the overflow, but we're not going to bring that over. We have too much stuff as it is. Okay, so let's see if we have a page where we like the green. And I'm already pretty far in, so I might have covered up. See, it's no good here. Those two greens together, it might not work. A black page is tricky because not everybody has white pens or silvers. I like my silver pen the best actually for black because my silver is more dependable than my white pens usually. Oh, I love this. I'm not covering that up anyway. I'm going somewhere on this. I don't know where yet. It's not really the same green, but I think that's okay as long as we don't put it on a page with that really yellowy green. I think we could put it right here. I'm just trying to figure out what it looks like. This page would be really nice to write on. Maybe we should put it here. That's what we'll do. We'll put it here. We'll cut it off, trim it down a little, and this will be a pocket. I'm not sure who gave me this one, but many of my mixed media friends like Mary and Andrea, they give me different items, and I see just about everything for what it could be. So I save it all, which is, you know, part of my issue here. Oh, I love it. And it's a little bit floral. It's fall. That's fine. Maybe we're having like a fall nature combo. I haven't made a fall journal before that focuses so much on green. This is really thick paper and it's 3D embossed. I'm guessing that's what this is, so it is not interested in punching nicely. That's okay. We'll just take our scissors, touch it up a bit. You're a little bit in the way, but I could see. There we go. Love it. And then we'll move it just for the bulk of the journal. If you're worried about bulk or anything, you can move them out a little. Your pockets will be smaller, but if you put everything right in the middle, it just makes it more lumpy. So I'm going to go out more, and I kind of am thinking that's a little plain. What if we, oh, I know what we have. I think it would just be fun to have something peek out from behind there. And is it better if you stamp before you put your journals together? Yep. Did I think of it this time? No. Did I even know this stamp was going to come into my life? No. I think I sewed this journal together before I saw this stamp. I borrowed it from Noni. She got it from Mary. See? Good thing is just, they just travel around and get used. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a sec because it's VersaFine. There's a little oops there. It's just nice to have something peeking out. It doesn't even matter what it is. Normally, I would use script, but since these are fall journals and I'm trying to play up nature and leaves and all of that, I used branches or something. And those would probably be really cute and green on a spring card, but to me today, that's not what they are. Now, when you're using a surface like this that's a little bit lumpy, don't be cheap on the glue because not all the parts are going to touch quite right. Still, art glitter glue is fine for this, or barely art. You don't have to like bust out a clear, expensive, like 3-in-1 or whatever. In Europe, a lot of the inexpensive glues are clear. Here, it's very different. Our cheapest glues are all white, I think. I mean, for the most part. Like the glues we used in elementary school and stuff, they're white. So it's kind of interesting when you watch people from Europe. I need a Kleenex. Here we go. Here's a dried up baby wipe from yesterday. The greenie in me has to reuse everything. If it is a disposable product, I keep using it until you can't anymore. Now, I don't know what kind of ink is on here, so we have to be really careful with the glue because if you have a water-soluble ink, you're going to smear your green all over if you get the glue. Does that make sense? Okay, dirty stamp. Still works. It weighs enough. I think that's going to be cute. While we're here, we could look for something to put in it, or we can just keep going and work on different pages. Let's use one of these little cuties. We might want to think about what we're going to put in these. But if all else fails, we could make something, or we could put some leaf die cuts or something so the person could decorate on their own. This would be really good on a busy page because like one of these pages, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to write on it. It's actually a little small for there. Maybe we'll put it here. Yeah, I think these are so small, we'll put them on a pocket or something so we aren't committing that page to something tiny. Ooh, or we could put 2 on one and then we could have a really cute page. Let's do that. I think this is Japanese. I don't know if that matters to anyone. I'm sure it doesn't say anything scary or bad. It was probably a dictionary. Well, I'm thinking we'll put them on this page, but we're going to let this one dry. VersaFine ink is not a quick dry dye-based ink. So if I shut this, I may have like a dirty look over here, which would not be the first time in any of my journals, but just in case. And let's take, I'm not worried about the back of this. So for now, let's just shove it in there. It works better, just so you know, if you always use a really weird color, like, I don't know, I was going to say lime green, but that's not so weird today. Like if I had a really bright pink, then I could put it in there. Sometimes I put paper in there like this and I forget it. I find it when we're filming. Okay, gotta sit. All right, now let's put these here. When you make these, they can face different ways. So let's fiddle with these and see for sure if we want them on this page together. It would go this way, and this way. And then this one faces the same way, which is tricky. We'll have to be careful about how close we put it. This side is more flimsy, so you don't use this side for the pocket. But I think this will work. Yeah, let's put this one at the very, very edge. Now, this is fancy paper. So I need to be super, super cheap with the glue. In fact, if I thought I could glue stick just along the very edge and had that skill, I would do that. Because this is like, I don't know how you explain it, but you know how Japanese paper is super thin. It is really nice, but really thin. So if I get too much glue, it's just going to be gross. It's probably still going to show. I can see it. I don't know if you can. But it's not going to be bad. Okay, let's zoom you in just a touch, but then you'll end up off camera. That'll be cute. I'm not going to worry about putting this stuff in. I'm just going to try and stay on task and put the things on the page. And if nothing else, in the final flip through, you'll see what I did with it. I've done some pages where one time I was traveling and I had some scraps that I had made the journal with, and I came up with an idea where I put 3 scraps on a page and it turned out so cute. So we're kind of playing up that idea. Oops, I would have gone a little higher, but I already stuck. Of little things on a page and using small bits. Because we have a tendency very often to just, at least I do, put one big thing on the page. And this is a really fun way. These pages with the little 3 slots and stuff, they're a really fun way for me to add ephemera when the journal goes out. So that I didn't glue it all down and you get to decide. Oh, that's going to be fun. Okay, in my mind, I can already see them. But I don't know if I have any that are cut, so I can show you. Here's one. It's not quite big enough, but you're going to get the idea. Little leaves poking out. Ooh, these are nice ones. Andrea made these, and I think they're gloss sprays or something. They feel nice. See, this is what I'm thinking. And then we can put something behind it. Those will be loose, and the person can use them for whatever they choose. I think these are too wide. They're too, like, fat, these ephemera. We need something more rectangle-y. If we don't have it, we'll make it. And we can also take, like, just little scraps of piece of paper like this. Probably won't use this one because it's orange and the leaf is orange. But here, and then you could round the corners. You can cut it shorter. You can stamp a little tiny. I mean, tiny ephemera is something I can do like all day long, and it's so fun. So fun. I don't know if I get anywhere. Girls. Yeah, it's getting rowdy in here. Anyway, you get the idea. We'll leave that for now. We'll turn the page. This envelope is crooked. I made it by hand without a, oh, that fits, without a folding item at the time. What if I'm toying with the idea of cutting it down. I probably glued it all the way. I'm definitely getting away from the green in here. I'm okay with that. These scissors are kind of bent. I noticed the other day when I was trying to use them. I feel like that probably has something to do with me. Oh, I like that. Okay. I think I would put it this way. Might be a little easier to grab. And I think we should cut it down just a little. Oh, let's do this. So I didn't notch the back. I only notched the front. I don't know why, but sometimes I like to do that. Okay, that works. You can pull it out. Now, the envelope, I didn't plan to cut down that far, so we need a little, oops. This is how you glue things in your envelopes. So take them out, And let's just fix that part that it got floppy because I never expected to cut the whole end off like that. It was a whole envelope. Then I flipped it over and sewed it into the book. And all it really was paper I just couldn't really figure out what to do with. But it's orange and black and it's fall. I like that. Oops, I tried something. I put a little glue in one of these journals. It was a bad idea. Don't do that. Okay, we'll leave that. Oh, maybe we should be able to play. Oh, that would have been cute there too. I don't think this is so much things that go in pockets. These were all pockets, right? So things that go in pockets. Here's some scraps. I'm not sure if we actually even have anything that's like big enough to pull this off decently. Maybe. I don't love this paper, especially for this journal. That's just going to be too skinny and annoying. No, because we don't want that green on that page, do we? See, I'm getting down there on my scraps. Well, this might be fun because it goes with the page. But we'd have to trim it down quite a bit. Nah, that's like too matchy. I mean, we're getting a little junky here. I like this one better too because it's an actual rectangle. I didn't like the square for the rectangle pocket. Is that weird? Ooh, I like this one. It's the right size already. Let's use it. And sure, the greens are a little off, but that's okay. I'm flipping it so the like grungier side is out too. Okay, there. And when you saw that later, you would think I cut it, right? You would be like, oh, no. I just am lazy, so I find things that fit lots of times. Ooh, I kind of like that one too. Too white, though. No, we're going to stop. That's the one. This is a little bit blue, and that shows it, but that's all right. I wonder if this is that Mariner color. I don't know what it is. Okay. When stuff comes into your life, you don't always know. I mean, heck, even if you make it, sometimes you can't remember. Now, these have writing on the back, and that really bothers me, but they're so cute, I think we're going to use them. And maybe we'll glue them in so we don't look at the writing. Kind of just like it right there. It's some kind of flowers, but I think that's okay. Let's pretend they're mums or those other things you can buy at the store and put on your porch right now. Maybe it is mums. I think it's mums. Okay. I don't love the size of that. Like, I think I would like something that was narrower like this. Even narrower. I think we should use this in this one if we can, if the oranges are right. These are trash to me. This is not. Just so you know. This is not trash to me either. It may be at the end of the project, but it is not at this time. Okay, that's too geometric for me. Yeah, I've done a lot without you. Welcome back. I was just puttering. I was using a lot of stickers, maybe too many. Maybe I needed the like sticker police to show up and stop me for a while. But I have a lot of 12 by 12 sticker sheets. Oh, this page is way busy. And this makes it so you could actually write on it and use it. So we'll put something on it. Now, when I glue these things on, sometimes I can't decide, should I just put it in the middle? Should I leave room for you to add a picture or a thing? Should I make it a side pocket, a top pocket? I don't know. I don't think there's any right answer because who knows what you're going to do with it. This one is smooth on the back. We won't catch, but we catch from the top. So maybe what we'll do is we'll put the glue right here and right here. Put it on the page, sort of in the middle. We could come in from the side too if we want. This thing has those little like knobbies, which is weird because it came punched out, but like obviously at the factory they made little knobbies and I don't like those. Okay. Again, it would be smart to take the library card out of the pocket, and we will. Because we don't want to glue it in. But you also want to pay attention to how tall will it be on the page, right? You could put it up higher if you want it to stick out, fine. It's your journal. I don't. I probably should have though, because this is one of those covers that was taller and it would just be fun, would add interest. Someone should be watching the clock. Clearly it's not me. Do you guys work on multiple projects at once like this? Like where you pick something up and you go, oh, that one has more orange. It'd be more fun. Or do you work on one project at a time? I would love to know. And do you switch? Like, do you always do one project at a time? This is why I laugh at people when they're, I mean, I don't know if I laugh at them, but I just laugh at the concept. When they say, well, I always clean up between projects. When was that? Was between projects before I opened up the 6x6 pad of fall cards this morning? Oh, you guys missed that. That's a different video. Or was it when I reached for this and completely switched journals? I don't know. But I think maybe I've done 3 projects today and clearly not cleaned up. Okay, I kind of love that. Plaids are a lot for me, like this page was. So it's nice to knock it back. And this geometric is a little heavy, so we might come in later. We don't have to decide right now, but we might come in and put like a hello fall. Now it's kind of boring on the page or something kind of barfy with the orange, I think, just to kind of tame it a little bit and cover up. Oh, there, like that is cute. I'm not going to commit though, not yet. I like to work on the bigger spaces. If you bring in too many of the tinies and start doing that, then you realize, oh wait, I didn't get big pockets or I didn't get vertical tucks or whatever. I don't think I'm going to do vertical tucks in these, you know, where you take strips of paper and layer them up pretty and put them down a page, because the tea-dye pages are pretty weak and they're perfect for writing on anyway. And the stuff falls out a lot of vertical tucks. There's going to be a lot of stuff in this book anyway. Do you microwave your coffee? I do. Is that trashy? Does it upset you to know that? Oops. We're going to have some coffee dying right there on that page, okay? Yeah. Who knows? Maybe this was coffee and I just wanted to match. All right. Now, this page I struggled with a little bit. We have pocket stuff, though. Let's just put this one away. Just about anything that's on the counter will match this one. Does that make sense? But the one that's the blue and the one that's more green won't. So when I have more specific journals, if I'm on my game, I didn't do a great job at this in the nature journals, I don't think. I do the more specific ones first, because at the end, I can literally clean the counter and put them all in the one that has orange, burgundy, gold, brown, lime green, all of this. I mean, just about every color, right? But these, if I want to sort of respect that theme and make it so that the person that judges the book by its cover and chooses it isn't horrified when they look inside. I don't know. Sometimes I do that and sometimes I just go wild. We'll see if I stick to it. This one, by the way, is getting thick. This one, not so much, but yeah, this one's getting thick. And I didn't put covers, like closures on these. Didn't even think about it. It's something that is newer for me, and it doesn't cross my mind. I have to make an effort to do it. Okay, this one is really thick. It doesn't fold up very well to write under. We made that, and I thought, oh, let's put it in here. It's green. Now, are there any green? No. So my friend Andrea, her favorite color is green. So the odds of her making the leaves and then giving me the green ones, a little lower. And then I have some orange here. I think Mary sent me these, but I want to stay green. I have tiny tinies. Oh, you know what? I do have really nice dies. I got obsessed last year and bought a million leaf dies. If I don't find anything that I like here, we'll make our own. Because I could make leaves in green out of these. Let's see. We don't have many scraps from this. We could use this. It's close to a basic gray type thing. I don't know how the green holds up. I might be able to look through my basic gray bin too and find that they have other paper with these greens, so I could mix and match. Sometimes I leave this blank for the person that gets it. I don't know, is that weird? I just want them to be able to decorate the inside. And I couldn't decide on the cover on this one. I haven't seen anything that says, put me on the cover of this journal. We could put a pocket here or here. So let's see what we have. In fact, we could use this thing. Meh. If we do, we decorate it, and then you don't get to write on it anyway. I'm just digging through the pile that we made on the counter. Oh, this was pinkish. That was from something else. Normally, I have more paper left. You know, I mean, I used so much of the paper for the actual journals because it wasn't a full paper collection. So I might need to stop and look around in... Maybe I could use solid cardstock and I could stamp. Oh, but we shouldn't make anything. We are drowning in ephemera here. Let's choose something. Let's be reasonable. Okay. Not a bad color palette for this page. Oh, let's get cozy. I don't hate that color there. Most of all, I love fall. I like that one. Can you see? Yeah, okay. Give thanks. I do not like pumpkin spice lattes. I like lattes with pumpkin puree in them from Bentley's here in town. Big plug for Bentley's. I'm serious, they make the best stuff. But I do not do the PSL craze. I'm just not into it. I like pumpkin. I don't like dirt. I don't think I want like... You pick pumpkins cutesy. I don't know. It depends on if I want it more like fall cutesy or gratitude-y. Is it more attitude-y or is it, ooh, that's nice because it has the green. That's kind of a nice one. Picks up that barfy green out of that a little bit. Yeah, I said barfy, Andrea. And Maria. Maria's probably, what is this? This is just, I don't need this in my life. It's a wagon cut in half and a paper I don't like. Farm Fresh Memories. Okay, that's kind of cute too. So we can use these greenish ones in this one on a different page if we want. A chill is in the air. This green is not going to work in this one for sure. It's kind of minty, trendy. Oh, we could put this on this. It's just a piece of, yeah. I mean, orange on orange is a little weird, but it was already the right size and I like it. I think, oh, it's trucks, yeah. I love the trucks, but I'm going to use this side. Okay, then we'll make this a pocket. We could make it a double pocket even. No, let's not go crazy. So I'm just going to put some glue. You can use whatever. If you're new here, you could use a glue stick if you had the counter space. I mean, I can't use a glue stick most of the time because I don't have a space for it. So I prefer the glue in midair method. Oops, we're not putting it on the trucks. And just layering it up, it just adds more interest. It probably would have been better if it wasn't orange, but that's all right. Now I want to put glue across the bottom and this side so that it is a pocket. It is a decoration and we could still put it crooked. We could put it however, let's put it like this. But it's a pocket too. I try to make a lot of my decorations in my journals, especially gratitude journals, pockets, because then we can come back and we can stick one of these And I'm not going to worry about strings and stuff for right now. It's a little bit, oh no, I like it. It'll work. Okay, right there. It is very thick and it's a little bit bowed. I wonder if the one's in the middle. What are we doing, Missy? Okay, they love the 12 by 12 plastic cellophane bags. Now don't worry, I don't like leave them with unattended with plastic bags. Also, they have nails that have bloodied me, so I'm pretty sure they'd be fine. But they just love the crinkle. It's the crinkle sound. That's good. And that is a small fiddly thing we just did, but it was a small fiddly page. I like this, not with the yellow, not here. I'm just looking at my pile going, would this work? Oh, this would work. It's not very sturdy and it's not very big, so let's look a little more. These are open different ways. One of them's cut off here. One of them's cut off. Okay, let's use this one. Let's cut the top. You can do it however you want. You can use your paper cutter. You can use, oh, let's use some decorative scissors maybe. I don't think I've used these scissors since I bought them, you guys. I was sure I needed to have them. Okay, that's crooked. I mean, there's like no world where that's not crooked. And I'm not talking like I'm being picky. I'm just saying super crooked. Oops. Now it's more crooked. Okay, I'm going to try again. Fresh cut. You know when you have your pattern scissors and you're like trying to fiddle with the pattern too? So then you're watching the pattern, not where you're cutting. I don't know. Maybe you have the ability to do both of those things at one time. Okay, still crooked, but I can live with it. It's a livable crooked. Now what I'm thinking is it goes here, then we decorate right here. Some tape was peeled off or the sticker, but we'll decorate that and it won't matter one bit. And then we're reusing these adorable little bags. These are from Honeybee Stamps. Honeybee Stamps makes wonderful dies, and they're an Oregon company, so I get kind of excited about them. In fact, I will show you one of their dies. I'm 99% sure it's their die. It's gotta be. Nobody else makes them that cute. Okay, hang on. It's in here somewhere. I don't think we did those all together either. So I found the ones that said grateful, and then I didn't have all the right colors. So I sat down, oh, here, duh, and I made grateful for each journal. Oops, there's a lot of stuff under my feet now. So each one of the journals has this die cut, and this is what Honeybee Stamps does. If you can tell, it's a triple layer. The back is dotted, not stitched, I would call it dotted, and then there's the yellow layer, and then there's the text. They're really nice. You don't have to use all three together. They are not inexpensive, so I don't have a lot of words, but oh my gosh, I just love it. It's gorgeous too. And I don't know if I told you guys, I got this small cutter from them last year, and the handle broke. And I went on their website and I just said, hey, my handle broke. I'm not sure if I should glue it because then it won't twist. And I tried to put a picture, but I couldn't put a picture. I didn't even read all my emails, but the next thing I knew, a new handle was being shipped to me. So that is who I want to buy from. I do not want to have to argue about it. I do not want to have to wonder. So big shout out to Honeybee. I was going to post on Instagram and thank them, but I probably got sidetracked by a journal. Oh, definitely want to use one of these. So we're going to have to figure this out. These are blue, you guys. Nah, we'll pretend they're not. Okay, we're going to leave that for now. At some point, we're going to find some paper, and let's try and find something. Sometimes when you have these pockets, it gets kind of specific. This is going to be too short, isn't it? So it's nice if you look around a little bit. Yeah, that's a little short to actually grab it. Like anything, we can shove anything big behind it, but the actual envelope, by the way, that's annoying. We got to fix that. I don't think my, plus we're getting close to where I have to put a sticker or something. It's not going to be as cute. I don't think my larger punch will do a good job on this flimsy thing. So hope for the best. Okay, there we go. We got a little one. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to get this stuff in and out. Now, sometimes working on camera is tricky, but you're going to be upside down for a minute. Okay, I'm going to touch that up sometime when you're not in the way. Bringing your friends into your craft room sometimes gets crowded. Okay, I don't love that paper there, but if nothing else, it will remind me. And it is pretty much the exact perfect size. I just don't know that I like the stripe and the bright white. You know, that doesn't really work with basic gray as well. That was a scrap from the miscellaneous bin. Okay, then we'll decorate here, put something big behind, lots of writing space. We could do the same thing over here. In fact, maybe we should have put it on here. Nah, I like it on the black color-wise. Okay. We had something else, and I said, oh, that's little. It could have gone there, too. I lost track of it. Okay, when I am not inspired by what I'm looking at and struggling, then I think, okay, I probably need some water, or I need to microwave my coffee so I can drink it, and I need a break. So I just want you to know, when you watch these videos and you think, oh my gosh, she has so many good ideas and she just crafts and crafts. Hey, sometimes a girl needs a break, and that's okay. That's kind of cute too. So don't hesitate to take breaks whenever you need them, okay? Also, it's really warm in here. I don't know why. I'll be back. Okay, good thing that I needed a break earlier because I was supposed to get ready to go. So I went out to eat and I'm back and the washer was running, so I did stuff without you. This was in a package, this wood flourish. And I took it out and glued it to a piece of chipboard that I thought would make a nice fall journal cover. Like I had these planned, okay, probably not on this color. What do you think? I'm not feeling it. But I had these planned as journal covers. This could be a little smaller to fit nicely, but I don't think this could go on a cover and be sturdy enough on its own. It needed some backing. I don't like it on that one. I do kind of like it on this one. So that's interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. And I did some stamping, and I just sort of fiddled it a little. I also took my punch and went through these shapes to see which ones I could punch out. And the Hello Fall worked. And then look at this one. It's really cute. It turned out cute. You might not notice something like this on a flip through. This was one of those, and I punched it and it says, give thanks. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do now is I need to sit down on the couch and put my leg up, and the battery on my phone is low. I don't know why. I mean, I guess we did film for quite a while earlier. So I'm going to take a break, and then I'll probably show you. I don't know. We might have an end to this. We might not. But it just gives you an idea of how I approach these. Sometimes I'm more systematic if my room had been cleaner and the colors were more distinct maybe. But this time it was just, oh, let's see what we can get done. And I really want to get these to a point where I could film them this week and get them shared. So that's kind of what I'm trying for. Otherwise, these are gratitude journals that go in my stash and don't go out till next year. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back again soon. Bye-bye.